So I tell them that we can establish this revocable trust that mirrors the language of their will. In other words, it says, when I die, I want to leave my property to my spouse, and then if my spouse dies before me, or when my spouse dies, we want it to go equally to Manny, Mo, and Jack. So I tell them we can do that. The language would be in the trust, but the language in the trust also says, while I'm alive, while Mary and John are alive, they do whatever they want with their money. It's their money. It's changing the accounts. So what we do is we take these same assets that we have here, the checking, the stocks, the money market, the CD, the Maryland house, and the Delaware house, and we change the name on the accounts or the deeds. So they, instead of saying Mary Smith savings account or Mary Smith account at Fidelity, they now will read Mary Smith, trustee of the Mary Smith Trust. Because while Mary and John are alive and have their faculties, they run their ship. They do whatever they want. They can take money out. Money comes out freely. Money can go in. No change in, they don't need to get an ID number. They use their own social security number. So in this type of trust, and we are going to talk about another kind of trust called an irrevocable trust or irrevocable, that is a different kind of planning tool. We use that for long-term care planning, and we're going to explore how that can help you for long-term care planning. In that kind of a trust, this irrevocable one, you do need a separate tax ID. But for this revocable one, we're simply keeping your own social security number to use that. So money flows out, money flows in. There's no restriction. John and Mary can do whatever they want with this money that's now in this trust. And it appoints, so they're their own trustees. They're masters of their ship. But if one of them dies, or one of them becomes incapacitated, or both of them die and become incapacitated, they have appointed a successor trustee. That means somebody to take my place if I can't do this anymore, or I'm no longer here. Somebody has to step in and follow the directions, just like the executor. How many of you have heard of an executor or a personal representative? Okay, well that person, for those of you who don't know, is the person John and Mary have put in their will to what we call administer their estate. So they see that what John and Mary wanted to have happen, happens. That the money gets distributed, the court filings get taken care of. So the successor trustee is similar to the executor or personal representative role. They take over, they administer things, they pay the bills, but here's what happens. The beauty of this revocable living trust is that, because remember, it reflects the same language as the will. When I die, it goes to Manny, Mo, and Jack. And because everything is owned by this trust, it comes out directly from the trust to Manny, Mo, and Jack. So they're smiling again. And it avoids this whole process, this expense, and this process. So that's all eliminated because everything is owned in this trust. So because they've changed the names from their own names to their names as trustee of their trust, it will flow directly from this trust. Okay?